friends, welcome to Advent Day 12. If you are new here, we are doing daily Bible studies December 1st to the 25th. And today we're doing a word study on joy. I was so excited about my joy earrings for today. That did Joseph.
I was so excited about my joy earrings for today as well.
We'll kind of walk you through how to do a word study as well as also turn it into a full-on Bible study today. So Joseph, our verse that we're working off of is Matthew 2:10. Joseph, will you read that for us?
I've preached on this one too. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. This is a great verse to do a word study on because I remember going through the text, it says it like 3 times.
A lot of us know off the top of our head that joy and happiness are very different. We know that happiness is temporary, it's based on our situation, and joy is something that is eternal from the Lord. It comes from our salvation in Him. But off of this passage and the context of this passage, Joseph, how does the concept of joy stick out to you on this passage? Because you've preached on it.
Yeah, so much so. The wise men are they're excited, they're anticipating, they see something in the sky that's different, and they're nerding out, and they are making a long journey, which has a lot of logistics, which takes a lot of time and planning and preparation. And when they see this taking place, when they see the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. The wise men are joyful. They are ecstatic. They're overjoyed.
I can't take you seriously with these on.
They're so excited about the coming king.
Yeah, and they've been seeking, they've been searching. They're on a journey for the king. In this context, we can really understand joy in the way that we too seek for it. We too tend to want to look for joy in stuff and earrings and the holiday traditions. And yet the real true joy is in the promise and fulfillment of our king. So let me grab a Bible dictionary. Y'all know Bible dictionaries are one of the first starting points for a word study. And Joseph, I'll get you one too as well.
Give me that Tyndale.
I'll do Unger's. Joy, from the root word of to leap or spin around with pleasure. Joy is a delight of the mind arising from the consideration of a present or assured possession of a future good. So it's based on the promise or the having of a future good, like we said with the wise men. So I'm gonna write this down. What do you see?
I love how Tyndale does it here because it identifies joy as a feeling or an action. It feels like the wise men are both experiencing joy as a feeling and joy as an action. Because they have a feeling of joy because it says they're rejoicing exceedingly, and then their joy leads them to follow the star to find the king.
Ooh. Spiritual joy is called a fruit of the Spirit in Galatians 5. Joy in the faith from Philippians 1:25. It's joy from God Himself, His promises, the gospel, His kingdom, happiness in the future. So Joseph, as we talk about having joy in the next week here in our Advent series, in what ways do you think it's hard for Christians today to remember that joy of Christ? I think it's easy for us to say we got the joy down in our heart. But having that joy, actually genuinely living in that joy can be tricky. Know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. We sometimes wonder where it is.
Yeah, we don't feel it. But is joy always a feeling, I guess? Or is it more of a reality?
The more you walk in joy, the more it becomes a reality. Joy is a feeling, but, the feeling goes away at a certain point when you're going through enough hardships and trials. But you can still have joy. So I think joy does remain no matter what your circumstances are, which means when you're not feeling joyful, you can still have joy.
Because of the hope that we have.
Because of the joy, because of what God supplies us.
So Joseph, pastorally, if you were talking to someone today that's struggling with depression around the holidays, heartbrokenness, and they see the joy all on the Hobby Lobby stuff, they sing about, I got the joy, all that stuff. How would you encourage them to rest in that joy even when they don't feel it?
Yeah, certainly. So, because we don't always feel joy. And joy can still lead us to action, to rest. Joy can help us go through hardships. And so if you're feeling that sense of seeing joy posted all around and on people's walls and in the stores and everything, you can be reminded that God is faithful, that He's always there, and that your joy can be there no matter the circumstances. The joy that you have can lead you to taking action actionable steps that don't have to be this false sense of happiness or this false sense of I have it all together, but you can rest in that joy. And that joy can lead you to spending time in God's Word, to prayer, to focusing on God and His goodness without feeling like you have to skip down the Hobby Lobby aisles or
It'd be dependent on Hobby Lobby, money, gifts, stuff. Now we did say that this was going to be a word study, so let me grab my iPad and we can look at Bible Hub at the actual Greek word used here in Matthew 2:10 and see about the cross references, where else this exact word is used, and that might be a super great way to end the study. Basically, all the information is on one page, but you can always click these tabs and it will take you to what you want to see. So I'm going to click on Greek here, and it gives us an interlinear Bible. So it gives us like the word for word-ish translation. Obviously it's not word for word because no translation is word for word. But when they saw the star, they rejoiced. Ekaresen, Strong's 5463. Oh, whoa, wait, hold this. So cross references for this exact word, I don't see any more in chapter 2. 5:12, it's used, rejoice and be glad for your reward is great in heaven. That's with the Sermon on the Mount when Jesus is saying, blessed are the, blessed are the, blessed are those. He closes with this exact word, rejoice and be glad for great is your reward in heaven. Oh, it's also used in Matthew 18:13. And if he finds it, that is the shepherd finding the sheep, the lost sheep. Truly I say to you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. The Lord rejoices over you, just as the wise men looked at the star and rejoiced over the coming of Christ. The Lord rejoices over you. And like the Matthew 5 verse, the Lord tells us that we have that joy to look forward to because great is our reward in heaven. He said, blessed are the poor, blessed are the mourning. Like we are facing trials after trial, but we have that joy because of Christ.
And it looks like here, as I look at the Greek, it's just twice. It says like with joy, joy, or like rejoicing with joy, both of those joy words. And it also heightens it though, because it's like an exceeding amount of joy. So it's joy with exceeding joy.
Oh, I gotcha. Very cool. I like that. That's really encouraging to think that we too can look at the cross. We can look at the incarnation. We can look at Jesus coming and loving us with joy. Not based on our circumstances, not based on gifts and decorations and Christmas earrings or silly bows, but with joy because of Jesus and what he's done. Now you guys, I hope you enjoyed this word study. It was kind of a little messy and all over the place, but this is like if you were in our studio with us this morning doing a casual word study. If you guys want to catch up on previous days Bible studies, check out this playlist here and make sure you're subscribed. It's free and that way you won't miss the future Advent Bible studies. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye guys.
Tomorrow.